So first of all, really thank you so much for accepting our request and being here with us. We're with
Hmm.
Captain Punter from Milan, and first of all, congrats really for the Final Four. You played a great series against Bayern Munich, and finally, Olimpia Milan is like in the Final Four after 28 years, and it's for the first time in the modern EuroLeague era. How does it feel to be a part of it?
It feels good. This was one of the goals, during the off season, from Milano and from me. But to kind of bring some history back to this, historic club, and get back to winning ways and Euro leagues and things like that. So it feels pretty good.
And how much of a role do you think the experienced players in your team, such as Kyle Hines, Malcolm Delaney, Sergio Rodriguez, Gigi Dachame, play against Bayern Munich? Because the series were really tough. But even though Bayern Munich is an experienced team in the playoffs, they still played a great series against you, but you still managed to beat them. How did this experience, this level of experience, what kind of a role did it play for you?
It was huge. Obviously those guys been in those situations before on the EuroLeague level, playoff EuroLeague. So to always have guys like that on your team is always a plus. It always helps. For me, my first playoff series, obviously, we won, so that's a plus. And for me, it was good. It was good experience to play a team that many times with so much on the line and trying to get to a Final Four EuroLeague. So it was extremely huge.
And actually, speaking of experience, one of the most experienced coaches ever is Ettore Messina, who is actually currently your head coach. And how does it feel to be playing under his team, under his management, and he's trying to build something new in Milano that was trying to be built for many years, and now that you're in the Final Four after so many years, it seems that it's starting to work pretty well early on. Um, how does it feel to be part of that? And do you agree that Ettore Messina is building something great in Milan with his experience?
It feels good to be part of it. It always feels good when you're part of a building process on trying to get to a certain goal, so that's always a plus. That's always a great thing. And coach, he's done a great job, and from day one since I've been here, at least, trying to build and trying to put things in place to be successful. And obviously he's done a great job. We're number one in the Italian league, got the best record, got Final Four, and we had got home court. So we accomplished a lot. We accomplished a lot. Got the Italian Cup and the Super Cup, and we've been here since July. I think many people forget like how long we've been here, longer than any team in Europe. No matter what competition anyone's playing, we've been here longer than anybody. So I think people tend to forget that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we deserve a lot more credit.
Actually, that's what I was about to talk about. It's one of the most challenging seasons, and just like you said, you've been playing for so long in this season right now, but like it's almost probably it feels never ending for you at times, and it's also challenging because of the pandemic
Mhm.
and the restrictions that it brought into our lives, along with the illness itself. So how has it been so far for you? Did you feel, exhausted at times? Did you feel really, tough at times? How has it been for?
The most I can really say is that you just feel repetitive. Everything becomes the same thing over and over and over. You just go to practice and go home, go to practice and go home. I've been doing that for the last maybe 8 months, like literally in that order. You go to practice, and you go home and go to sleep, take a nap or whatever the case is, but you in the house, you're not interacting with nothing, nobody other than your teammates, and you see them every day. So after a while, it's just right. You don't get anything out of that. So it's by far the most challenging season I feel like anyone that has played in Europe this year had to deal with, just because of the restrictions and no fans, You got to get a COVID test every week, maybe twice a week, almost 3 times a week, depending on how often you're playing. So for any player to get through this, I commend them.
Yeah, just like you said, also, for many players, it's they're playing this game also for the fans, except for themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, besides themselves. First of all, are you
Mhm.
one of them? And how do you feel so far playing? I mean, you also already told us, but also one of the biggest, events in Europe is the EuroLeague Final Four for the basketball. So, and unfortunately, the Final Four will be also closed behind the, closed doors. So,
Yeah.
how do you feel about this? Unfortunately, we're not gonna have fans in Cologne, in Germany.
It sucks, man. It's not how it's supposed to be. But obviously, with times like this, I mean, I don't, it's just how it is. I wish we was able to have a little bit of fans, you know what I'm saying? But with the vaccine out, and certain countries are receiving it, certain people are getting it. So I thought maybe with that being in place a little bit, we'll have some kind of percentage in the arena, but I guess not. So it kind of sucks. You got one of the biggest stages in Europe, the EuroLeague Final Four, and you can't have no fans. I would have never thought that.
Yeah, yeah, unfortunately. Well, let's just, change the topic to a bit more bright subject. And just like, we talked, you're in the Final Four, and it's a first time in Milan history in the modern era. So that's a great achievement already. But also at the individual level, you are one of the key players of this team since the beginning of the season. And as we talked, it's a super experienced team with the players that know how to play here. And how do you feel to have such a responsibility in a EuroLeague powerhouse such as Milan with like such great players?
I mean, this is what I work for. My summers, and if you look at what I do in my off season, I mean, it's no surprise why people are seeing this or anything like that. So I expected this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a lot of other people who didn't know didn't, but I expected. I said I put a lot of work in. Uh, I'm extremely confident. So for me, it's no surprise.
And you've been working for this for so long, just like you said, and this is your third EuroLeague team after Olympiacos and Crvena Zvezda in Serbia. Do you feel that you found your home, in the EuroLeague finally?
Hmm.
Can you also compare your experiences in Milan to, Olympiacos and Crvena Zvezda?
Um, Possibly. I would hope so at least. You know what I'm saying? I play for two of the EuroLeague teams, and I'm comfortable here and with my teammates and just staff and everything. So possibly, I'm definitely comfortable. Even though everything has been closed, I'm definitely comfortable with Italy. Being I played in Italy before, I'm comfortable with the culture and everything. So it's not bad.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Like, let's just really hope that you found the home to be successful for many years to come, actually. And in the
Yeah,
final four, you're gonna play against the
yeah.
regular season leaders, and Barcelona has been one of the favorites, one of the main favorites since the very beginning of the season, even before the game started, actually. What do you think about that game? Final Four is a one-game
Hmm.
elimination format, but what will be your advantages and disadvantages against them? What do you need to prepare the most?
I feel like we just gotta focus on us the most. I feel like anytime we focus on us and we handle what we need to handle and take care of what we need to take care of, which is defensively, offensively, whatever the case is, whatever our game plan is, then I just feel like that needs to be our main focus, not more so of who we're playing and what they do so much and things like that. So I feel like that's the key for us, like what we've been doing all year.
Yeah, and you've been really, working hard to get to this stage again, playing a great series against an amazing team that this year. And so you will play in the final four, but Final Four is also full of surprises. You cannot be only good to win it all, but you also need to be lucky. So I was wondering, in case you lose in one of those games, will you still consider your season successful, or do you think you must win it all to consider your season successful?
I mean, to be honest with you, we play. If you're asking me and me personally, you have to win everything. Like we have to win EuroLeague. I'm not saying if we don't win EuroLeague, it's a terrible season. Like nah, but the number one goal is to win EuroLeague. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I think about. That's all you work for is to win EuroLeague. Now, whatever else happens after that, then you handle it whenever that time comes. But the main goal is to win EuroLeague, and you think about nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. EuroLeague title is that's the winning mentality. That's what I was trying to say, and
Mm-hmm.
win it against such great teams in the Final Four. Barcelona, FS, and CSKA would be great, I guess, for you too, right? So, okay, for a moment I
Mm-hmm.
lost my connection. Sorry. And speaking of winning it all, yesterday we saw Gigi Dachome's interview, and he was saying that he's not really ready to sacrifice his beard in case you win it all. And he was saying that he's hoping, a teammate or a team member would sacrifice something else for winning it all. Would you sacrifice something if you win it all, or like would you also, leave it
Mm-hmm.
leave it to someone else to do it the
To
way
do what?
he had sacrificed his hair back in 2017 when he won the title with Fenerbahce,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
this
yeah.
year they were asking him if he would sacrifice his beard in case you win it all, but he's not really willing about it. Would you sacrifice something of yours, like in case you win it all the same way?
Nah, I ain't doing that. Mm-mm.
You're not having.
Most people would say my chin hairs, but I ain't doing that. Mm-mm.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, would you just?
Nah, I've been growing it too long for. Nah, I'm not cutting that.
I feel you. I totally feel you. You're so right not to do it.
Cool.
Okay, and can you name, like, someone that would name or that would sacrifice, sorry, or not? Just leave it to others.
I don't know, man. Maybe Zach. Maybe Zach would cut all his hair off. I don't know. Who else? I don't know, man. I don't know who would sacrifice anything. I don't. That's tough, man. That's tough. That's tough. I don't even know how Gigi would look if he was to cut his beard off. I wouldn't even call him Gigi anymore if he cut his beard. So he has to leave the beard.
True
I
that.
would call him Luigi. I would call him his real name.
Well, even maybe Senior Luigi, because that would be just too official, maybe in that case.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think Gigi with the beard is better, man.
I guess like last time he was without a beard was probably ages ago, literally, like not even 21st century, probably. So
Yeah, I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure.
yeah. And I would like to ask you if you can make us a EuroLeague, first team from this year, and to make it both easier and harder for you, I will ask you not to make it like only from your team.
Man, I don't even like doing stuff like that. Because I was gonna say my whole starting five.
Yeah, exactly. That's that's why I'm just
I
because
ain't gonna say my whole starting five.
well, I'm also making it easier for you because in that case you don't have to rule out some of your teammates. So this way I'm just excluding them all. So you just
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and this is why I don't like to. If we wasn't in season, I would do it. But being that we're in season,
yeah.
I,
Okay.
I, I can't do that because I can't. You know what I'm saying? When like me, I'm an ultimate competitor. Like
Yeah.
when I'm trying to win, I'm trying to beat other players or whatever the case is. Like I can't even fix my mind to even think about putting somebody else on my team.
Yeah.
in the moment right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I just
totally.
in the moment I just can't because I'm ride or die with my team. So
Let's try to talk about it in the off season then.
yeah, we can talk about this later. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
okay.
sure.
Well, it's like, from the same perspective, you may not want to answer this either, but just want to ask, who is the,
Hmm.
toughest defender to play against in the EuroLeague for you? If you don't want to name anyone out, it's just okay. I'm just gonna, skip this too.
It's not. I mean, I don't have a name, but it's some okay defenders. I don't have a name, but it's some guys that's pretty solid. But I don't have a name.
All right. Well, I'm just, okay. Thank you. And early on, we talked about, hopefully Milan, being your home, and you said that you hope it. And do you feel like, at the moment that it can be for a long while? And also, I just want you to take into consideration also your success this year. Do you think it has a role in you hoping that it will be your home for long? Um, so yeah.
Um, Hopefully, but we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. I don't know too much, but I don't know anything at all to be honest with you. So, but for me, it's just we'll just see what the future holds and just kind of go from there. I just try to just keep put my best foot forward and just let everything else take care of itself.